So recently we got a gameplay trailer for Phantom Blade Zero, and to be honest, it did look incredibly good. From the smooth animations to the quick-paced combat. It reminded me of Ninja Gaiden, and honestly, that is a type of game that I've sorely missed. Since the reveal, I've seen a ton of hype and buzz surrounding this game. However, could there be more than meets the eye to this announcement? Could this trailer be too good to actually be true? Let's do a little bit of digging and see if the hype for this game is actually warranted, or if, once again, people are overhyping something that will just lead down to a path of utter disappointment. But before we do that, I want to take a brief moment and welcome anyone new to the channel. If you are new, please consider subscribing. And if you do happen to enjoy the video, let me know by dropping a like. But anyways guys, we got a lot to get into, so without further ado, let's get into it. So I've decided to pull up the company's website to take a look at their past history. After all, Phantom Blade Zero does look like a very well polished game in very late development from that trailer. So let's see their past games and what this studio actually has to offer. So here's Phantom Blade Zero, and it's coming soon. Here's Stellar Saga, coming soon as well. And if we click see more, we can see that the concept art looks very good, just like Phantom Blade Zero. However, if you dig any further trying to look up more information about this game, you could only find Stellar Saga games that are mobile turn-based games. So when I look further into this, it literally looks nothing like the concept art. And I don't know if there's a ton of mobile games in the Stellar Saga franchise, and this is a new upcoming AAA game. However, I can't find any more information based on a game that looks like this concept art. So let's move on to their other games. So we have Phantom Blade Executioners. This is a fast-paced action RPG. It is the sequel to the mobile game of Phantom Blade series. So, mobile games. Players will journey down a bloody path of love and vengeance between the characters. And if we click see more, decent looking concept art. However, this is just a mobile game as well. So far this company, their entire history is mobile games that are turn-based. Let's see if we could get some gameplay. Yeah, this is what the game looks like. It's a turn-based mobile game, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm not getting very much confidence that this company is able to pull off a high-quality AAA game like we saw with the trailer for Phantom Blade Zero. But let's continue down the path. So we have Stellar Saga Origin, and this is what I was talking about. When you look up Stellar Saga, all you can find is mobile game. And this one is a mobile game as well. And this one, if you click the link, see more, the first thing they shove in your face is boobs. Dear God, this looks like one of those games that they advertise to like horny kids to sell skins of girls in little clothing to like get easy money. I mean, this right here doesn't look so bad, but if you go down, it's like almost all female characters. And this is another turn-based mobile game. Very low quality effort. It's just like this company's past history looks nothing like what we saw with the Phantom Blade Zero trailer. And then we have the Drifter, and it's coming soon. And if you click it, it's just another game with concept art. So it makes you wonder why we think this company is going to be able to put a game out like Phantom Blade Zero, and why the hype is there. So far their track record is not looking too good. Now you may be thinking Phantom Blade Zero just might be their big break. After all, the trailer looked really good, and the game had to have been in development for years at this point. But if you go to their Discord, you will see that early concept of the game started in 2017, and that was limited to 2 to 3 core members. and the actual development of the game started in early 2022. So I have to ask, did we even see real gameplay in that trailer? Or was that just a vertical slice put together trailer to get us hyped about a game that looks nothing like that? Because if the game has only been in actual development for a little over a year, there's no way it looks anything like what was shown. In fact, the studio making the game was only founded in 2019. It begs the question, what is going on at that studio? They're only a few years old, and so far they've pumped out nothing but mobile titles with a few games that look like they're AAA. However, for a smaller, newer team, wouldn't you think they would just focus on trying to deliver one high-end game at a time? Honestly, something smells fishy with this entire situation. However, the studio is founded by Michael Chang, and if you look at his history, he does have a pretty good track record. After all, he's worked on Dark Souls 1 and 2 and many other great looking titles. That being said, he was only an art director and a concept artist, and while no disrespect to that career, it's not like this is the man who designed the gameplay elements or the combat systems for any of the games he's worked on. So it would make sense that we get a great looking trailer with a great art direction. However, that does not mean the final product will actually look like anything like this. After all, it's only been in development for a little over a year. There's no way in hell the game even resembles what was shown to us. In fact, this is what they had to say when discussing gameplay. Lucky for us, during the decade of making mobile games, we learned to simplify things in favor of touchscreens, giving players a way to execute elaborate chains of moves with minimal amount of button mashing. As it turns out, with some tweaks, this mechanism works just as well with controllers. So first of all, the studio was founded in 2019, so either this team must have changed their names throughout its lifetime, which is not a good look, or it's just made up of people that have nothing but mobile experience, which is also not a good look for this game. And with the way it sounds, there goes my dreams that this game will actually rely on player control and having us deliver precise combos like we have to do in Ninja Gaiden. Instead, I think it's just going to be one of those games that play itself with minimum input from the actual player. And it's not just the gameplay elements that has me concerned about this title. When asked about the length of the game, the developer said the main story alone is 30 to 40 hours and there are tons of side quests to play with. Upon completing the story mode, players are presented with a plethora of endgame content that includes various multiplayer dungeons, boss rushes, roguelike abysses, and more. So it has me wondering, is this going to be sort of the stories, the tutorial, and then it opens up with a bunch of endgame content that's multiplayer? And is it going to have dailies and weeklies? Is this just going to be some weird mobile games as a service gotcha bait and switch title? I really can't tell because the trailer made it seem like a single player type of game, but now they're saying there's a vast amount of endgame content that's multiplayer. So I'm pretty much confused on this one as well. It's crazy that we live in a world where we can no longer trust gameplay trailers anymore. And if this game does actually come out and plays like it looks, then I would gladly take the L and admit I was wrong. That being said, I feel like this is just going to be another trailer that gets people overhyped, trying to get us to pre-order or just give the studio attention, when in reality they're showcasing a false product. This is going to play like a mobile game on the ad controller. Honestly, I cannot even believe that Sony allowed this game to be shown at their presentation. It makes me wonder if these companies even bother to do background checks on the third-party games being shown on their stage. But I want to hear what you guys think. Are you guys excited, and do you actually think this game will live up to the trailer that was shown? Or do you think it's just another one of those games that will never see the light of day? Or if it actually does, it would just lead to utter disappointment? Let me know in the comments down below. As for me, I got a ton of work to do, so I'm gonna get back to the grind and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.